Hi everybody, how's it going? This is MAW0001 here with my first review of 2012. Really sorry I haven't been around for the last few weeks, but it's been so hectic here with Xmas and Yule and New Year's and all that sort of stuff. But hopefully everything's calmed down now, so I should be able to start doing more reviews weekly and on time, which is more like I can say for Justice League number 5 will be. Um, Decided as well this year I'm just going to do the top 10 comics that comes out of the week of comics that I've read. At the beginning of the video I'll do a list of the ones that nobody should be buying because they're just basically terrible, and at the end of the video I shall write down a list of the comics that could be interesting for some people. If you've got a bit of spare cash going, might be interesting to pick them up. As always with these videos, my opinion, and please go out and get your comics yourself and enjoy them. And first up we have The Strain, which is published by Dark Horse Comics and written by Del Toro and Hogan's. And yeah, this is a pretty good comic. It's starting to, get really good. The first issue was pretty good. This one carries it on. It's a interesting premise for the vampire mythos, and it seems like it's being shown as more of a virus than anything else. Quite a gory issue, this one, but still not too bad. Not as bad as some comics I've read recently. Yeah, it's quite. The last issue I sort of said it was a bit like Fringe. This one I'm saying it's a bit like 30 Days of Night, which isn't a bad thing, but yeah, definitely worth picking up, especially if you like vampire stories, and the book as well. And next we have Resurrection Man, and yeah, I'm enjoying this comic. And if, like I always say, if you enjoyed the first series of this comic, if you enjoyed the first series of Resurrection Man, you'll enjoy this series because it is exactly the same creative team on there as it was on the first series. Got one little problem with this comic at the moment, and they do seem to be bringing in a lot of religious connotations in there, which seems to be a bit of a thing with DC at the moment. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but they do seem to be trying to bring in a lot of religious sort of like mythology and that into it. But not too bad. I suppose I can get over that really. I suppose. Yeah, really good story, and in this one you find out a bit of the back history of Resurrection Man, basically where he come from and that, and yeah, pretty good comic. Next we have Demon Knights, and yeah, I'm still enjoying this. It's a really good read, really interesting. It's a fun title, and that's the main thing about comics, is that they should be fun. And yeah, there's a bit of a twist at the end of this one, but whether or not it's a bit of a red herring or not is another matter. But still, good story, good artwork, really well worth picking up if you ain't picking it up already, even if you just get it in trade. And yeah, glad to see that this wasn't one of the 6 that got cancelled this week. So yeah, pretty good. Next up we have Avengers 1959, and the worst thing about this comic is that it's finished. It was only a 5-issue mini-series by Howard Chaykin on writing and artwork, and Rob Liefeld, a message for you. Yeah, this is how you should be doing it if you're the artist and writer on a comic book. Yeah, draw people anatomically correct and write a flipping good story, right? Because Howard Chaykin is just brilliant on this comic. I think it's a pity that he doesn't draw. It's a pity that he doesn't write and draw more comics with himself. It's a very retro comic, considering it's sort of based in 1950s and such. And yeah, if you can get it in trade or if you can pick up the single issues, I would definitely say pick this one up because it's definitely a winner. Next up we have The Shade, and again, this is a retro one. If anybody's read James Robinson, Starman, you'll know that he does every now and then he does the time past stories, which goes back in time and shows how characters were so many years ago. This one is based in 1944, and it's also got the original Vigilante in it as well, which I thought was pretty good. I take it this one means that the Shade would probably be on Earth 2, seeing as in DC's new universe, Earth 1, the superheroes have only just come out, sort of thing, 5 years ago. So I'm taking it that the Shade is going to be one of the characters that's based in Earth 2 DC universe when they, bring out the second, what they call the second wave. But yeah, fantastic story, really nice artwork, really good, well worth picking this miniseries up. Next we have Amazing Spider-Man number 677, and it's a Spider-Man comic. You can't go wrong with Spider-Man at the moment. Even even the Vulture story after Spider Island was a brilliant story, and this one has the return of Black Cat in it, and it also has Daredevil, and it has Mark Waid writing it as well. So you can't be going wrong with this story and this comic. The artwork is okay. It's done by Emma Rios, and it's nice. It goes well, especially considering that you've got Daredevil in it as well. The artwork does go well with the story, and yeah, I think it. I mean, I'm reading Daredevil in any case, but this issue I'm definitely picking up Daredevil number 8, which is the second part of the story. And next we have Deadpool number 49, and this is a guilty pleasure, I suppose, if you want to call it that. I like Daredevil. Sorry, I like Deadpool comics. I'm sorry, I do. In fact, I'm not even sorry for it. I like Deadpool comics. It's fun. It's actually laugh out loudable. I actually caught myself laughing out loud with this story, and it's just a fun comic, and that's what they should be. Fun, you know. This also got Evil Deadpool, which, considering Deadpool's supposed to be evil, is a bit of a but there you go, and Captain America in it as well. But definitely worth picking up. And next we have Scarlet. No, not Scarlet. Is it Scarlet? Sorry, hang on a second. It is the Scarlet. It is the Scarlet Spider, isn't it? Yeah. Number 1. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, this one actually completely threw me for 6. I didn't expect to enjoy it. I thought, great, it's going to be, like a Venom story or something like that. This has got Kane as the main character. The Kane from the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man stories. The clone, the evil clone of Peter Parker, and I really enjoyed it. I did feel it did have a bit of undertones of the Daredevil Reborn, where the character goes to somewhere where there's no real superheroes in that, and he saves the day, sort of thing. But still enjoyable, still likeable, still worth getting. Next we have Journey into Mystery number, and I'll get there in a second, 633, yes. And I'm really enjoying Journey into Mystery at the moment. I picked it up in any case because I thought, them changing the title to Journey into Mystery from 4, which I thought was a pretty bold move, actually. I wish they would do the same with Captain America and Bucky, actually, and change that to, would it be Strange Tales, wouldn't it? So, but anyway, this is a really fun story. This is another comic that I actually laughed out loud in certain parts of it. It's got, is it Hellstrom, the Demon Slayer, in it? Sorry about that. I completely forgot what the other character was in it. But yeah, well worth picking up. Really interesting, really fun comic. And could it be anything else? Number 1 comic this week is got to be Batwoman. The artwork in it, the writing, everything is just right about this comic. I really can't fault it. It is just probably the best Batman related comic that's out there. Even better than Batman comic itself. What can I say that other people haven't said about this comic? It is just near enough perfect. The character development in it is brilliant. The action is just right. You know, the actual characters in there do seem like they come off the page and become real. It's just a really good comic. If you're not reading Batwoman at the moment, you really should be. You know, so there you go. That's the top 10 comics for this week, and that'll be from the 11th. The comics that come out on the 11th of January this in 2012. These are comics that, if you've got any money left over, it's worth having a look at. You know, they are pretty good comics in any case. And thanks for watching. Thank you everybody who have subscribed recently, and don't forget to have a look at the Comic Community Centre channel as well, which everybody in the comic community on YouTube is raving about at the moment. And yeah, remember that comics are there for fun, so enjoy them, and yeah, make sure that the ones you get are the ones you love. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Ta-ta for now.